What's up, good people? It's your girl, Safiya, Eshe, Gyasi, aka Fire, because I stay bringing that heat and that water. Yes, 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 y'all. I am back coming to you for the second week. I am committed to the process. I am trusting the process and being fully present in the moment. So um, in a little under an hour, I will be hosting my second virtual event on my Patreon channel called Embracing Your Authentic Self. So now you can join us for a powerful and inspiring virtual event centered around the empowering words of the legendary Maya Angelou. You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. This event aims to celebrate individuality, self-worth, and the beauty of being true to yourself through thought-provoking discussion, interactive workshop, and engaging activities. We will dive deep into the importance of self-acceptance, self-love, and embracing our unique identities without the need for validation from others. So this event will be from 7:15 to 8:45 p.m. and you can attend the event by becoming a Dwaa Silver member. And to get to work, cause like I can also say that my Patreon channel also served as a crowdfunding tool to help me raise money for my business, Black Girl Fire, because yeah, it's time to take Black Girl Fire to the next level. I have been doing research for the past 2 to 3 years on the inaccessibility within the film industry. And it's crazy right now that we currently witnessing that actor and writer strike demanding for better pay and work environments. And this is something that I have been preaching and talking about for the past 2 years about how like the film industry in Hollywood made over $300 billion per year, but they constantly make the excuse that it would be too expensive to make the appropriate accommodations for people with disability. And when we going back into Chadwick Boseman's final days, and after his transition, and we found out that he died for stage 4 colon cancer, and then we realized that he did so many movies within the final of his days, and myself and having conversations with people within the disability community. And then one of his last films, My Raining Bottom, and then we talk about how, because right after that film came out, he transitioned, and how we can see how much he was struggling. And I strongly believe that if the film industry was more inclusive and more accessible to people who are neurodivergent and have chronic illness, then Chadwick Boseman would still be here. He wouldn't have had to live in constant fear of fulfilling his dreams before his sickness took him out. And I'm just saying, like, the very thing that the actors and writers strike is asking for is the very thing people with disabilities has been asking for, but oftentimes we are denied. And now, like, what's happening in society with the challenges and conflict coming up with AI art, and it's kind of like that. I feel now, in the sense that like non-disabled people and neurotypical people is starting to feel what it's like to be disabled, to have a certain part of your humanity to be robbed or to be overlooked by something else, how you can be replaced by. So I think now it's a lot of important conversations that needs to be had. And like I still feel that the disabled voice is still isn't being heard during this strike, because I have yet to see one video talking about the disabled perspective. But I know I am continuing to make videos to raise awareness, to make sure that the disabled voice is being included in this time period, as a lot of shift and transformation is going on, to make sure that as the actors and writers are demanding for better pay and better working conditions, that they also think about people with disabilities. And another thing that like I want to touch on is like, I feel like before, a lot of people, when Monique was first came out that she was going to sue Netflix, and how she felt that like they were trying to take advantage of her, they wasn't paying her worth. And then all these people saying like she's a big mouth, she's doing too much, and then all these rumors coming out saying like she's difficult to work with. And a lot of people was policing her about how she was handling the situation. And now, with the things with the writer and actor strike going on, I think everybody needs to give Monique a huge apology, because I fucks with Monique. I absolutely love and adore that woman. I adore any woman who stand firmly in their power and unapologetic about who they are despite the odds, because her doing that has taught me a lot, especially with my current circumstances. Even though it's a lot of uncertainty, there's fear, but I'm staying 10 toes down, and like I know who the fuck I am, and I'm not letting nobody punk me or bully me no more into doing what they want me to do. But I also want to share to go over one membership that I offer on my Patreon channel, with the Dwaa Patreon channel, because we disabled with an attitude over here. So like I said, like I'm also using my Patreon channel as a crowdfunding tool to help raise money so I can continue to do what I'm doing and creating authentic representation for neurodivergent Black women in the film industry, and to help to create more economic and exposure opportunities for neurodivergent Black women. So one of the first tiers, the cheaper tiers that I offer with my Patreon channel, is the Dwaa brand membership, brand ambassador tier. So it's basically $5 a month, and within this tier, and so it's basically for general support. So with this will also help me improve my living conditions, which would dramatically improve my health. That would help heighten my productivity and me on my mission in creating more economic and exposure opportunities for neurodivergent Black women in Hollywood and the film industry in whole. So basically, with this the brand ambassador membership tier, I let you know that Black Girl Fire is a creative experience company that provides a platform for the misunderstood, unheard, and unseen by turning their trauma into artistic healing experiences through sound and movement. Black Girl Fire was founded by Safiya Eshe Gyasi, an 18-year plus traumatic brain injury survivor who relearned how to live a comfortable and successful life in an inaccessible society. Black Girl Fire has a blueprint of producing films from an artistic neurodivergent perspective, has created a disability community beta app, co-authored a disability resource guide, and developed a disability expo to teach the disabled BIPOC community how to use their skills and talents to create opportunities for themselves. Now, Safiya, Eshe, Gyasi, and Black Girl Fire need your help in raising funds to develop the first ever neurodivergent focused production company. So like one thing like I've been seeing cause like in my other videos I talk about like my journey of like when I first became disabled and on my healing journey I started walking and talking, and right after I graduated from high school, I immediately disassociated myself from the disability community because I had the privilege of masking because I appear like an able-bodied person, and I've seen how people treated people who have physical disabilities, and I didn't like it, and I wanted to move away from that because I don't want to be treated like I'm a burden. But also having a disability that isn't instantly visible to the human eye, I also seen the challenges where, like, when I'm asking for help, people looking at me crazy because they can't see my challenges, which was a hardship for me, which is why I had to re-enter into the disability community to receive more support to help me in the next stage of my journey. But one thing that I've seen within the disability community is that there's a lot of hopelessness, a lot of despair, a lot of self sabotage because society treats people with disability like we trash, like we nothing, like we are easily disposable. And I know for a very long time, I've been in that place of despair and hopelessness for a very long time. And I'm still working to overcome this. And I'm just taking it a day by day. But that's one of the things that I want to do through the I Am event series, Disability, Art, Life, and Culture, is to teach BIPOC people with disabilities how to use their skills and talents to create opportunities for themselves. Because the unemployment rate for people with disabilities are high. Um, and just dealing with SSI is another thing, and it's bring on like a whole lot of challenges, and it's crazy to me that SSI think that people with disability can survive off about $700 to $900 a month, with the cost of living steadily skyrocketing since we've been in this pandemic for like 3 years, and it's just crazy. And then if you find ways to make extra money, they will cut you off, or SSI will find any reason to take you off. Because I know for me, in the beginning of the pandemic, I had reapplied for SSI, but they told me, like, according to their standards, that they don't deem me as disabled, which I think is crazy because I sustained a severe traumatic brain injury that will continue to impact me for the rest of my life. But if it wasn't for art, I don't know where I would be. And this is what I'm doing through my Patreon channel, to share the superpower with other neurodivergent Black women, to show them how to tap into their own geniusness and how to listen to their body and trust themselves no matter what the naysayers say. So, yeah, so I hope you join me for my second event on the Patreon channel called Embracing Your Authentic Self. And again, once again, you can join us for a powerful and inspiring virtual event centered around the empowering words of the legendary Maya Angelou. You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. This event aims to celebrate individuality, self-worth, and the beauty of being true to yourself through thought-provoking discussion interactive workshops, and engaging activities. We will dive deep into the importance of self acceptance, self love, and embracing our unique identities without the need for validation from others. So, once again, you can become a silver Dwaa member to attend this event. And I see you at 7:15 in that. What's up?